tonight to play a game we're calling Dilly Dilly Meets Silly Silly. In honor of July 4th, we thought we'd ask you some questions on those crafty, not-so-American macro breweries.
Just please don't drink Bud Light. Sorry.
Except the Reserve Copper Lager. Where that one.
There's a time for every beer.
There is.
Sometimes,
no corn syrup.
My career as a raft guide led me to
just
a
corn
lifetime
something.
of macro brews.
Yeah. Guiding on the river, you don't want to get too drunk.
PBR
it's hot out.
PBR, yeah, it's just true. I mean, it is kind of a standard after a river beer.
Yep, and it's cheap.
Well, we are going to ask you 3 questions about macro brewery, fact or fiction. Answer 2 of the 3 questions successfully, and you'll win a prize for one of our audience members. Dave, who is Kevin playing for tonight?
Chris, Kevin is playing for... Oh, man. Dave Cook!
Dave!
Yeah, I'll wear it.
The Eagles hat on.
You saw me draw that at random. How many Dave Cook tickets are in this thing?
Nothing like a sweaty Dave Cook hat with salt stains on the top.
All right.
Hey,
I'm in then.
Why don't you give him your towel?
Dave,
as well,
I feel
Dave.
an incredible amount of pressure for the incredible low stakes we're playing for right now.
All right.
Especially when wearing your hat.
Question number 1. The top banner of Budweiser beer reads in part, "Our exclusive Beechwood aging produces a taste, a smoothness, and a drinkability you will find in no beer at any price." Which best describes the process of Beechwood aging? A. The Beechwood is aged and preserved in old casks with original Budweiser beer dating back 100 years. After absorbing the essence of the original beer, the beech is then smoked, chipped, and added to every Budweiser fermentation tank. Or B, 100 years ago, most American breweries aged their lagers in chip tanks with a pile of wooden slats on the bottom. These slats were often beechwood and were stripped of any wood character before going into the tanks and impart no wood flavor to the beer. Budweiser continues this tradition to this day. Or C, Budweiser does not actually use beechwood aging at all. It was simply a ploy derived by Adolphus Busch, half of the Anheuser-Busch, in 1880, as he claimed that the beer was traveling from St. Louis in refrigerated cars made from beechwood. Hence, the beer was aged in beechwood while traveling to its final destination. Is the answer A, the beechwood is aged and preserved in old casks? B, the beer is aged in beechwood chip tanks? Or C, it's all a lie made up by Adolphus Busch?
I don't think they put that much time and effort into it. I'm going to say it's all a myth.
You think it's a lie? You think it's a lie?
I don't know.
Well,
Adolphus.
Wait.
I haven't given my final answer.
All right. You're sticking out loud.
And
Phone a friend.
Can I take audience?
You are
You
a
should
president.
also know that brewers never lie.
Coming from a brewer.
It's the truth. We don't lie.
Do you lie, Chris?
No, I do not lie.
See?
What are you thinking?
See?
Is it, you think it's a lie?
I'm going to go with a lie.
You're going with the lie. That's actually not correct. The answer is B. The beer is aged in beechwood chip tanks. While it is an age-old tradition, the real purpose of the beechwood slats was to provide additional surface area for the yeast to settle on. And this may have benefits for the conditioning of beer. This is a nice nod to tradition, but not what it sounds like. Silly, silly. Oh, man, I think that's the first ever miss. Yeah, we've never had anybody ever.
Like my friend Bill Nye would say,
I'm staging a great
it's
comeback.
science.
Science.
We figured you're from Montana. We expected you to at least lose one or miss one question.
Fair enough.
So we're good. So you still have Dave has 2 chances as well. Coors has branded its beer with beautiful mountain landscapes and slogans such as brewed with pure Rocky Mountain spring water. So just how important is it for a modern brewery to be close to a pristine source of water? A, it's extremely important. All the best beers are brewed with amazing local water. Proof of this are beers such as Coors and Coors Light, brewed with that amazing mountain spring water found in Golden, Colorado, and also Albany, Georgia, and Elkton, Virginia, and now Milwaukee, Wisconsin.
It's wherever we can get a water faucet to turn on.
That's right. And of course, Rolling Rock, as the label reads, it comes from the mountain springs to you. That is until Rolling Rock was purchased in 2006 by Anheuser-Busch and moved to its Newark, New Jersey facility.
Did they move the water too?
They did. The whole Latrobe River is now in Newark, New Jersey.
Could someone move that clean, pure water to Detroit?
Maybe. Their water actually is pretty. I think
is it?
Flint.
It's
Flint. I'm sorry.
Flint, Michigan. Yeah.
Flint.
Michigan.
Yeah, there's no breweries in Flint.
Oh.
Maybe.
Too soon.
B is the answer, or is the answer B kind of important? Brewers need great water, and there was a time when they had to brew with local water as it was. So the better the water, at least theoretically, the better the beer. However, now brewers are able to treat their water, and it tends to level the water brewing field. Or is the answer C, it's simply not important? Water is an overrated ingredient in beer. There are several alternatives to water, such as milk, like you would find in a milk stout or a milkshake IPA.
Those are delicious.
Or orange juice, like you would find in a juice bomb, like a New England or hazy IPA. With so many hipsters entering the craft brewery scene and introducing all these awesome twists on beer, pretty soon we won't need water at all. Is the answer A, extremely important, B, kind of important, or C, not important?
Can he consult with the panel?
Yeah, he can.
I'll just give you a hint that up to 8% alcohol by volume, you are still technically hydrating.
So what's the answer?
That's science. Well, it's not C then.
B.
If it were B, it would mean that we know some chemistry.
Ooh.
Okay. I will go with B.
The correct answer is B. It's kind of important.
We're still alive, Dave.
Most modern breweries treat their water to make it suitable for whatever type of beer they're brewing. However, having a good local supply of water is always a bonus when it comes to brewing. Silly.
Silly. We're lucky we have really great aquifer water here.
Yes. So do you find it actually makes a difference? Is it?
It does. Well, the water here is very alkaline, which is not great, and it's very high in calcium, which is good depending on what you want to brew.
Oh, that's good.
But we can adjust it.
Right. So you can.
We have science now.
Right. Exactly.
And chemicals.
Question 3. With the growth of the craft beer industry, many macro breweries have taken to creating beers that are labeled as craft brewed to gain an edge on the small independent breweries. Which of the following breweries is American owned and earns the right to have the Brewers Association certified independent craft brewer seal? Is it A, Blue Moon Brewing Company? This wee little brewery in Golden, Colorado launched its flagship beer, Blue Moon Belgian White, in 1995, brewed with malted barley, white wheat, orange peel, coriander, and oats, and served with a dripping slice of orange.
And also had TV ads that same year. That's amazing. They must have sold
a small brewery.
They must have sold a lot of. Must have sold a lot of beer.
I don't know. It's crazy. B. 10 Barrel Brewing Company, located in beautiful hipster brewery town of Bend, Oregon. What could be more American and independent than this little gem? Founded in 2006, 10 Barrel Brewing is a favorite among the people living in and visiting Bend. Or is it C, Mountain Lakes Brewing Company? Mountain Lakes is your neighborhood brewery and tap room in the heart of downtown Spokane. On the corner of Riverside and Brown, Tim and Dave want you to come in, taste, and share your adventures with them today.
We're very, very corporate.
Is the answer A, Blue Moon Brewing Company, B, 10 Barrel Brewing Company, or C, Mountain Lakes Brewing Company?
Careful, Kevin.
Although I do like Mountain Lakes because of the paddles on the door handle, I don't think it's C. But
Well, I mean, certified independent means nobody else wanted to be with us.
Which of the following breweries is American owned and earns the right to have the Brewers Association certified independent craft brewer seal?
It's behind our bar.
I don't know. I need somebody to
Don't
give me
miss this question.
What? It has to be C.
It is C. Mountain Lakes Brewing Company. We could also substitute the answer with River City Brewing Company.
I've heard they've actually sold out to Anheuser-Busch just recently.
Right, I did.
For several $billion.
Actually, we're running out of time. He's charging by the minute right now. So if we could just get this show on the road, Chris Anderson has a huge paycheck.
So
Lies. All lies. You don't make any money as a brewer, just to let you know. Don't do it. You're a janitor.
You spend thousands of dollars to make hundreds of dollars.
Blue Moon Brewing
To
Company.
be independent.
Blue Moon Brewing Company is not small independent brewery and never was. It was one of the first crafty breweries launched by Coors and is now owned by Molson Coors, not American. 10 Barrel Brewing Company was an independent brewery, but sold to the other non-American conglomerate known as AB InBev, not American. The only American-owned brewery named that earns the Brewers Association Certified Independent Craft Brewer seal is your hometown fave, Mountain Lakes Brewing Company. Dilly dilly. Dave, how did Kevin do on our quiz?
I believe he got 2 out of 3, and so that's a win.
All right.
A win for Dave Cook.
Kevin Brockbank, thank you so much for joining us on Wheat Wheat Don't Tell Me. It's been a pleasure to talk with you. That wraps up the third part of our show. We'll be back in a few minutes with another contestant and beer limericks. During our break, we have the sensational sounds of our musical guest, the Pickering Simmons Project. Ladies and gentlemen, before we begin, now I'd like to introduce our musical guest for the evening. Pat Simmons is a member of the Cronkites, one of Spokane's most enduring bands since 1996. Robin Pickering is a local artist, singer, and professor at Whitworth University. Her artwork is currently displayed at Soulful Soups. Together, they are the Pickering Simmons Project. They will be performing at the Maryhill Winery and Kendall Yards on July 28th. Ladies and gentlemen, please give a warm welcome to the Pickering Simmons Project.
Thank you.
And we just got ourselves a new agent.
Yes.
Yeah,
that was
totally,
good.
right?
That's
Yeah.
the best introduction we've ever had, actually.
I hope you find something to love, something to do when you feel like giving up. A song to sing or a tale to tell, something to love, it'll serve you well. I was born in a tiny southern town. I grew up with my family all around. We made music on the porch on Sunday nights. Old men with old guitars smoking Winston lights. Old women harmonizing with the wind, singing softly to the Savior like a friend. They taught me how to sing this man and make the words. Now I'm still singing like that great speckled bird. I hope you find something to love, something to do when you feel like giving up. A song to sing or a tale to tell, something to love, it'll serve you well. Tonight we're laying on a blanket in the yard. The wind is cold, the sky's dark, and the ground is hard. But your mama loves to count the stars at night.